Hi everyone, it's Peachy and welcome to Black History Month 2023. This is my third year of doing these Creative Sims videos. These always offer the opportunity to me to do research on figures that people may not have heard of. We have such a rich history and it is often not even mentioned. We know of the figures we learn of in school, but for everyone that everyone knows of, there are so many that you don't hear about. I will link a couple of videos at the end of this video for you to check out from previous installments. Let's get started. Bayard Rustin moved to New York in the 1930s and was involved in the pacifist groups and early civil rights protests. Combining nonviolent resistance and organizational skills, he was a key advisor to Martin Luther King Jr. in the 1960s. Though he was arrested several times for his own civil disobedience and open homosexuality, he continued to fight for equality. Rustin was born on March 17, 1912, in Westchester, Pennsylvania. He had been raised to believe that his parents were Julia and Jennifer Rustin, when in fact they were his grandparents. He discovered the truth during his adolescence that the woman he thought was his sibling, Florence, was in fact his mother. Rustin attended Wilberforce University in Ohio and Cheyney State Teacher College, now Cheyney University of Pennsylvania, both historically black schools. In 1937, he moved to New York City and studied at City College of New York. He was briefly involved with the Young Communist League in the 1930s before he became disillusioned with its activities and resigned. By the 1950s, Rustin was an important organizer of human rights protests. In 1958, he played an important role in coordinating a march in Aldermaston, England, in which 10,000 attendees demonstrated against nuclear weapons. Rustin met the young civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the 1950s and began working with King as an organizer and strategist in 1955. He taught King about Gandhi's philosophy of nonviolent resistance and advised him on the tactics of civil disobedience. He assisted King with the boycott of segregated buses in Montgomery, Alabama in 1956. Most famously, Rustin was a key figure in the organization of the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, at which King delivered his legendary I Have a Dream speech on August 28, 1963. In 1955, Rustin and his mentor Randolph co-founded the A. Philip Randolph Institute, a labor organization for African American trade union members. Rustin continued his work with the civil rights and peace movements and was much in demand as a public speaker. Rustin received numerous awards and honorary degrees throughout his career. His writings about civil rights were published in the collection Down the Line in 1971 and in Strategies for Freedom in 1976. He continued to speak about the importance of economic equality within the civil rights movement, as well as the need for social rights for gays and lesbians. Rustin died of a ruptured appendix in New York City on August 24, 1987. He was 75 years old. Thanks for those of you who have stayed all the way through the video. I hope you enjoyed the cast, as well as learned some information you may not have known about the person featured in this video. I have previous videos that you can check out, like this one or this one. See you next week. Bye for now.